The return of foreign worker visas in agriculture. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, visas for foreign workers in agriculture, fruit picking, one example, are coming back. They're going to be reintroduced once again. Now, this is a contentious topic. Australians don't seem to be interested in doing fruit picking. You've got the unions and the media all whinging about poor, exploited foreign workers only earning up to $2 or $2 an hour for some of them. Of course, this is quite disingenuous. They never explain the fact that it's to do with pick rates. And, well, if you're good, you earn a lot more. If you're slow and lazy, you don't. The conditions, well, they're not something everyone would want to do. They expect you to live in their accommodation, and then they charge you for it. So there's a reason why we had a steady stream of backpackers coming in doing fruit picking. I knew international students who studied at my university. They'd go out every year, earn enough money fruit picking to pay for their education while they were here. I've got local Australian mates who would do fruit picking and do quite well. But, everyone isn't keen for it, so they're bringing back the international migrants, or, well, there will be migrants because this is now going to be a path to citizenship. What's your Australian citizenship worth? Picking some strawberries. Let's have a look at this article, everyone. So, new agriculture visa set to be introduced. Migrant farm workers from Asian nations will be offered a path to permanent residency. Okay, not citizenship, residency. Well, you might as well get them to, if they're going to live here permanently, you want to offer them citizenship, wouldn't you? Why not? Why not go the full kit and caboodle? You're going to come here, work here, live here permanently. Give them at least encourage them to become Australian, to settle here long term, to leave a legacy and to build a family here. But anyway, maybe they don't want it to be too harsh, perhaps. So migrant farm workers from Asian nations will be offered a path to permanent residency under a long-awaited agriculture visa. The category, which will be in place from September 30, will apply to skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled workers according to new details released on Monday. Agriculture Minister David Littleproud said the government would negotiate with individual countries to join the scheme. Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, South Korea, and other Asian nations are expected to be among the first included. Ones that we have already got very close, long-lasting immigration agreements with will be the easiest for us to sign up as quickly as we can, Mr. Littleproud told the ABC. Why are people coming from South Korea? I guess this is a path, a way to encourage people to do their time in the agriculture industry if they want to settle in Australia. What would you rather, everyone? What would you rather? Someone comes in with a bunch of money and buys a property or a business, or someone comes in and works in their pathway to settle in Australia? There you go. At least this is, hardworking people coming over to Australia to work. You kind of want people that have a work ethic to come to the country. That's what you want. That's how you build up the nation, everyone. So, ones that we have already got, we've got this. The agricultural visa will initially be created under a tweak to regulations around another category while legislation is drafted. Mr. Littleproud said it would exist alongside Pacific farm labour schemes. This is the biggest structural reform to Australian agricultural labour in our nation's history. I mean, the thing is, we've got, unemployment isn't that high. Actually, it's at 4.6%, the unemployment rate. We'll bring that up. Let's have a look at that unemployment rate. We can see here it is at 4.6%. It's fallen down. So, unemployment is not that high. When you've got people calling for, why aren't Australians taking these jobs? Well, they don't want to. They don't want to move there. They don't want to go out of the country. They don't want the conditions. They don't want to do the work. Sure, some do, but, this is it. This is why you have people coming in to do it. So, it's also about bringing the next generation of migrants to rural Australia to grow agriculture and grow regional Australia. The program will offer a path to settle in regional Australia for migrant farm workers who enter on the visa. It will include meat processing, fisheries, and forestry sectors, as well as fruit and vegetable picking and other farm jobs. While there is no cap on agricultural visa places, coronavirus travel restrictions could prevent large numbers of people entering under the category. Mr. Littleproud urged state governments to make more quarantine places available for farm employees. If it wasn't for resources and agriculture, our economy would be buggered during COVID-19, he said. They were the ones that kept on going when everyone else was put under the doona. They keep on making a quid for this nation, and we just need to repay that now with some courage and conviction. The Nationals are claiming the visa category as a major win after years of coalition infighting. Liberals relented after Australia agreed to scrap the requirement for UK backpackers to do 88 days work stints in regional areas to extend working holidays. I mean, here's the thing. What would be better for the nation in the long term? People coming over here and using this work as a pathway to migrating into the country, to settling in the region, to starting a family and a life here in Australia, or some backpackers just going around partying, having fun, not really giving a shit. You know, what's going to make a difference? You want people coming over and starting families. That's going to have a long-term impact, and that's going to have a much better impact on our country moving forward than a bunch of backpackers doing it. National Farmers Federation President Fiona Simpson said workforce shortages were putting a handbrake on regional economies. The COVID-19 pandemic had brought into sharp focus farmers' reliance on an international workforce, particularly during the peak seasonal work period, she said. The onus is on state and territory governments and their chief health officers to approve quarantine arrangements to safely house incoming foreign workers. Ms. Simpson urged all sides of politics to back the legislation when it comes before Parliament. Australian Fresh Produce Alliance Chair Anthony Di Pietro said all states should follow the lead of Queensland and Tasmania in quarantining overseas farm workers. Now that we have an agriculture visa and expansion of the Pacific programs, we need all states and territory governments to work with industry to develop quarantine solutions, he said. So what's the solution and takeaway to this? Well, let me get on my soapbox. So there are going to be some people who are frustrated, who are angry, who are claiming, thinking, these jobs should go to Australians. But how many times have we seen articles pushed forward by the media, workers only getting $2, all this propaganda bullshit that really is quite disingenuous and paints a fake picture of it. We've got industries now that are dependent on backpackers coming in to support the ability for our nation to create food. Sure, there are going to be some farms where the conditions suck. There are going to be some things where no one would want to work. But you also have people calling for casual wage rates for people working in these industries. Now, I know it sounds good, and you want to feel good about all of that. But, guys, you've got to be a bit realistic. You can't be paying someone $25, $30 an hour just to do a simple, unskilled job. Because, well, look at the iron law of wages. You know what will happen then? They'll just start importing the food. We need to look at, the solution to this is to look at special economic regions where we reduce the tax and government burdens on people and businesses to create opportunities for growth. It doesn't matter if you're paid less if the government isn't taxing you to the moon, if your other costs and expenses aren't so horrendous. Maybe we could even get housing cheaper too if government removed all of the taxes, costs, implications on that as well. And if we did this in regions where people are migrating to the country, so that's their experience of Australia, they don't have the cultural baggage of people in other parts of Australia, maybe we could see how that could work. It'd be a good test case, a good experiment. What do you reckon? Or do you think it's a little bit too controversial and a little bit too, innovative for Australia? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Generally, I think this is good. I'd rather see people coming here to migrate and live in Australia long term doing these jobs than just a bunch of backpackers that are going to piss off after their holiday. As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this and other topics in the comments down below. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon, sign up for SelfWealth or Stake, use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve or AussieBroadband. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Take care everyone, have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.